Good evening, Om Shanti, and welcome. I request those who are at the back, please take the front seats now, because many are stuck in the traffic, so we were trying to keep some space for them. But please come in the front, and can we have silence, please? Thank you. As soon as you're settled, we'll have a moment of silence. Let us all sit in silence. Thank you, and thank you for coming, blessing this gathering. Welcome to the Brahmakumari's 50 years celebration on the continent of Africa. We will now see a video clip which tells us very briefly how the Brahmakumaris came to Africa. we've traveled the continent of Africa. And I remember when we had this project, Serve Africa, we managed all the countries just to bring the message across. 56 countries, including the Indian Ocean island. But there was one country which was not visited. That was a tiny little island. We didn't know how to visit that place, Sao Tome and Principe. And so when we were in Mount Abu, we told our seniors that we've managed everything but not this little place. And there was blessings by saying, don't worry, that is the beauty spot of Africa. And it will work. And the moment we arrive in Sao Tome and Principe, we set our foot and we said, here we are at the beauty spot of Africa. Isn't that beautiful? All this would have not been possible if Sister Vedanti didn't come to Africa. We do believe that yes, it's God and everything is possible, but there is some logic. Sister Vedanti came to Africa exactly 50 years ago. She did not speak any languages, but she had so much love for this continent that she had so much determination she will serve, irrespective of culture, language, religion and faith, and distance. And I know she was so innocent that she started traveling in West Africa, and I was sitting right with Dadi Janki in London with my mother, and she called. In those days it was, international calls. And she called, Dadi, I'm traveling whole of Africa. Dadi says, okay, and where are you now? And she says, I'm in Las Palmas. And Dadi said, what? That is not Africa, that's Europe. She says, that I don't know, Dadi. I got an opportunity from here to there, and I just kept on hopping. And so she was so pure, serving the continent of Africa, that she'd even reached Spain, and she didn't know. But now, don't take her wrong, she knows everything. In the early days when she came to Africa, she used to jot down. I don't know whether she's doing that or not. How many times in a year does she board a flight and fly? She used to have that record. But I don't think now she can even keep that pace. Sister Vedanti is such a simple and humble personality. You will see that practically now. But she's loved the continent of Africa, the people of Africa. She came to the Brahma Kumaris over 60 years ago. And when she's been 50 years in Africa, so you can imagine. And so I would like to invite Sister Vedanti, please, Ben. And she will just welcome you because she feels she always talks. And today we have Sister Jayanti to speak to us and inspire us. At least you. Huh? Another video. Oh, all right. That's new. Okay, let's see the video now. That's also the introduction of Africa's beginning.
And transcendental experiences, which he believed to be a greater power working through him. These divine inspirations came to be known as the knowledge, and is being taught to this day.
Sorry, I think it's technical issue. They will sort it out and we will play the video later.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Greeting of peace to my dear divine family. Almighty Supreme Father is great. And age of 20, he selected me to do his work. 10 years I done work in India with Brahma Kumari, and I came in 1974 in Africa. So, from last year, 1st October 2023, we celebrating the whole year, and it started from Nairobi. And now today is the day this wonderful place God has selected for us with the good wishes of Sudhir Bhai and Joshna Ben. Thank you. So we, brothers and sisters from all over the world here, all 5 continents, we are enjoying this place and celebrating 50 years. Tomorrow is the last day. And in 1 year, we able to do 925 program in Africa. And myself and Sister Pratibha made a plan to visit as many countries we can visit in Africa. So many countries we able to visit. And we were working whole year with the logo, with the theme, love, peace, unity, key to success. Today we are here with you all. Welcome, and same time, my dear sister, whose schedule is busy every day, another flight, another country. But she managed to give us 5 days. Sister Jayanti, thank you. And she is here to bless us for the closing program. Everyone who are here, they are enjoying so much. And the same time, the staff here, today we met 150. It was good gathering. Sister Jayanti Ben shared with them a spiritual, some input for the transformation of life. And when I got mic, without asking you, I told them. So I should tell you now. I told them that this is the 4th time in 3 months I have visited here. And we like the place and everything available, and we decided to do it. So I told them that you are my family now. And they all wanted to learn meditation now. So I said that next time I will come and I will stay 1 week and every day 1 hour I will, because they were asking very good question that how we can do peacefully our daily routine. So I said I will come and I teach you the 7 lesson, and then I said I will tell Sudhir Bhai to make one nice pyramid room or round room or lotus room where we will create meditation room. I have not asked you, I just said. Because I know your heart and you will never say no. So I said, and that because this Prakash Bhai here front of us from Lagos, if we visit his factory, in entrance there is a big meditation room and everyone have to pass through there, and whenever they want to feel, they get that power. And in even Ethiopia, both place, I have seen it, and I impressed that it's factory or meditation. He said, let everyone go and relax and start the work. So this is my vision here. And you will decide where is in entrance somewhere where people can experience. So that I just told. Eh? Maybe lakeside, that's good. That's more good. Joshna Ben, you happy with that? And I think when we will make the way that from that room, they can see the lake and do meditation, right? So good news that he is planning. So I think this is one of our place in Uganda where people can come for their retreat and meditation and so many spiritual programs. We had a wonderful program here of meditation in the evening. Yesterday evening, 2 hours, and every day morning, 4 o'clock, and so many sessions. So I'm so happy for the closing here, the program. And I think we are going from here with so many successful story, because today I announced in morning session that from morning I have, in meditation I have vision that in Nairobi now, we have our center, of course, we can say retreat center, but midst of city where so many restaurants and clubs and casinos around now. It was not before. So I got powerful vision after seeing this, that in Nairobi we will make big retreat center for Brahma Kumari. And where we are, we will move from there. And Sudhir, you will give idea how to do it with your experience. Thank you everybody for coming. And today is not my turn to give lecture, just I express my happiness. Om Shanti.
So, a little bit of entertainment now. I think you all have this red thread, right? If someone has not got it, please raise your hand and the ushers will give it to you. Ushers, please, here, this side. So, for 1 year, we've been celebrating the 50 years of Africa service, and the theme is love, peace, unity, the key to success. Love, unconditional, pure heart. Peace, state of mind. And harmony, we're looking for it out there, but it's within me. When I have harmony between my heart and my mind and intellect, which is the emotions and logic, we do get torn apart, this too. And we have clashes and conflicts just within us. But the moment I have that, I can then harmonize and create unity around me, in families, in workplace, and the world. And I think people are looking for that. And so, what we're going to do, a little symbolic expression of link of love. And what you will do is somebody who is behind you or in front of you, please turn to them. So, can you all get up, please? Yes, that's nice. About turn, yeah. Great. Yes. Don't just start. Don't just start. First, look for a partner. Have you all got one? Yeah? Hasubai? Yeah, you both can do. That's great. All right. Don't do anything now. Don't do anything now, please. There is a ceremony of spiritual trishti. And what we call that is eye-to-eye contact. Considering anybody around you, souls. When you look at souls, then of course you express the love, peace, and unity. So just give a smile to your partner, and then slowly, with a lot of love and peaceful mind, tie one person on your right hand. Now you can start. Right hand, one by one. In silence. Lovely. And give the thoughts, good wishes, that may we create that unconditional love, that peace and unity in the world and mankind. Sachin, you don't have a partner? Oh, you did already. Great. Lovely. Thank you so much. Are you all ready now? Yeah. Give a smile to your partner, a little bit of eye-to-eye contact as a soul, and then you can have a seat. Thank you. It's interesting how, we've also polluted love. Anybody coming to you lovefully and saying something, you would say, what does the person want? And so love has become impure also. But through this expression, of course, we purify. Peace is not just absence of war, but peace is a state of mind. No celebration is without dancing. We're all not going to dance, but Sister Dharti and her team will entertain us. Sister Dharti, please come in the front. Stage पर कुछ के नीचे. Come. हाँ,
सर्वशक्ति शक्तियों से है सुशोभित सर्वशक्तिमान।
लुटा रहा है वो वरदाता वरदानों की खान।
आओ झोलियां भर के जाओ, अपना जीवन सफल बनाओ। ना कृष्णा में ना माया में,
ना बाधा में ना बंधन में,
जीवन रख दे प्रभु के शरण में।
प्रभु के शरण में
सच्चा सुख है तुम्हारे पर्ण में। पल पल है अनमोल रे मानव,
जीवन तो बहती धारा।
स्वर्णिम अवसर बीत गया तो
तुझको मिलेगा ना दोबारा।
परम शक्ति का ध्यान लगा ले,
शक्ति का ध्यान लगा ले।
नाद विधारक सोई मन में, सच्चा सुख है समर्पण में।
Shake. Such a beautiful harmony, not only in dancing, but equality of gender, and of course, Go, originally from Ethiopia, dedicated, serving and coordinating the center in Swaziland, Eswatini. And Sheikh, originally from Mali and serving in Mali. And Sister Dharti, originally from India and taking care of the center in Arusha. So they actually practically shared love, peace, and unity. The key to success. What is that key? One time, a person was desperately looking for something under the street light. And a passerby said, "What are you looking for?" Said, "I've lost my key." "All right, so let me help you." And another one came, and another one came. A huge gathering was there. A wise person said, "What are you all looking for?" He said, "This poor man has lost his key." Oh, this wise man is asking, "Are you sure you got the keys lost here?" He says, "Not that, I'm very sure. The key is actually lost in my house. But my house isn't dark, it doesn't have light. So wherever the light is, I decided to look for the key there. And the light was on the street." Does that make sense? I think we're all doing that, sorry. We've lost our inner peace, and we're looking for that inner peace out there in the world, where there is that great light of materialism and attraction and sound, and we're looking for it. But if we go within and enlighten our inner self, we will definitely find that key. And that key is self-introduction and self-realization. The moment I know who I am, I can get that key. And success is my birthright. Thank you. I request Esther Passaris, who's from Kenya. Esther is the Women MP, Member of Parliament, the Nairobi County. She's been in contact with the Brahma Kumaris for many years. But the inner light, I think, she agrees, has come to her now in this land. And so we're going to receive a lot of services and share this light with others. Esther, please. Esther will share her experience.
Thank you, Sister Pratibha. Om Shanti. As you were told, my name is Esther Passaris. I'm the Member of Parliament in Kenya, serving my second term. But I think more than that, I'm a child of God. And my journey to search for God has been since I was a little girl. I was born into a Catholic family. All of us didn't choose our religion. It depends on where we were born. If you were born in Saudi Arabia, you'd be Muslim. If you're born in India, you'd be Hindu. If you're born in Israel, you'd be a Jew. If you're born in Kenya, most likely a Catholic. I went to an Indian school, an Ismaili school. And I remember one day my mother inviting people for lunch. And then she said, "Esther, pray." And I shot up with Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim, Alhamdulillah. And my mom and dad were like, "What is going on here?" The next term, I was put in a Catholic mission school. So that's my journey for being a Catholic. And the Catholic school was great. I was taught by nuns. And I started my search. And I think when I met the Brahma Kumaris, I had gone through so many sects of Christianity. I'd done Catholic. When I moved into Nairobi, I went into evangelical because they had really nice music. At one point, I was a Jehovah's Witness. That's where I got my sales skills, because we used to sell magazines, knock into people's doors, sell all the books, the Watchtower, the Awake. And it was like, you're trying to sell Christianity, you're trying to sell the Bible. And I remember once going into the Kingdom Hall where the Jehovah's Witnesses worship. And they did some unique things. Like in one day, we could put up a church. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. We come in the morning at 6, and by 6 in the evening, we're worshiping. So I thought, wow, God is working wonders here. But one day, the head of the church totally ignored his son. And I said, why are you not greeting your son? And he goes, he's disfellowshipped. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, well, he's done a big sin. So I said, but you're his father. And then I thought, something's not right here. So I've always been questioning, not just conforming, questioning. And I remember one of the things that really drew me to the Brahma Kumaris, and it started most recently. I went there 30 years ago. I'm 60 next month. Actually, starting from tomorrow, I'm 60 next month. I share a birthday with Kamala Harris. But yeah, I look younger, right? Okay, so yeah, so 30 years ago, a friend of mine, Gina Dean, took me to the Brahma Kumari Center to meditate. And I went in there, and then I felt guilty because I saw the image of Brahma, Baba, and I thought to myself, I'm being disloyal to Jesus. I have to look at Jesus, not someone else. So I never went back again. Then one day, another friend of mine sent me back there again. And the beauty about the Brahma Kumari is the sisters never give up on you. I mean, I met Dipti Ben, Pratibha Ben, and Sister Vedanti. And, every time you go, they're there. They're full of love. They're welcoming you. And they give you your time. All they want to do is to teach you how to connect with God. It doesn't matter what religion you are. You can be whatever religion. You can even be atheist. All they want to do is to teach you how to connect with God and know who you are, know why you're here, know how to live that good life. And when I'm amongst this family of the Brahma Kumari brothers and sisters, I get unconditional love, and everybody's offering you some learning. So, as Catholics, we were told, for instance, I used to go for confession. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. This is my God knows what number of sins. And I'd be told, go back and pray 3 Hail Marys, 1 Our Father, 2 Glory Bees, and you're forgiven. But then I started learning things that made so much sense to me. It resonated with the inner person that I am. That, if you've wronged someone, just know that you're a soul and you've wronged another soul. Ask that soul for forgiveness. Because what kind of God would God be if he forgives you when you haven't even gone and sought forgiveness from that other soul? And it's something that they call soul clearing, just giving you one thing that gives me so much peace. And that's what it's all about. It's peace, love, happiness, bliss, wisdom, knowledge. Those are the values, the things that you will get from being amongst the Brahma Kumaris. It's not a religion, it's a way of life. It connects you with your inner soul, the inner person. So, my father died in 2022, and it was so beautiful for me to sit down one day in meditation and say, the soul that was my father, I'm sorry if there were things I did wrong that I never had a chance to say sorry for. And forgive me. And I also forgive you for the things you've done wrong to me. And when we meet on a clear slate. I mean, isn't that beautiful to know that death doesn't have to be an end or a painful thing? And I've learned now, that if somebody is gone, we send love to them. We make their journey easier. There's just so much purity and love. And when you get a chance right now to hear Sister Jayanti, every time you listen to any of the Brahma Kumari sisters talk, you will get something that will connect you to the inner person that you are. So I am a point of light. I am a soul. I'm a loving soul. I'm a spiritual being. All right? And all I want is to spread that love that I have in me to you. Om Shanti.
You see how essential knowledge is and spiritual life is, and it's for anybody, whether it's politicians or religious leaders or a layperson. So it's for all of us. And that's what we want to offer you. I now request Sister Jayanti. Sister Jayanti came to this spiritual service in 1968. In a very tender age, soon after school and university, she was mentored by Dadi Janki, a wonderful soul. I think many of you know Dadi Janki. And so you can imagine what Dadi Janki would create. Embodiment. The founder of this institution used to call Sister Jayanti the Nightingale. And she is. The way she shares her knowledge, you can definitely feel that. Sister Jayanti has a lot of responsibilities, but no heaviness, a lot of lightness. Sister Jayanti is the European Director for the Brahma Kumaris and the Middle East. She's also the CEO of the Brahma Kumaris in UK. And now, another hat, that is the additional administrative head of the Brahma Kumaris worldwide. Sister Jayanti has been to us many times, but with this capacity, this is her first time to Uganda. So we all welcome Sister Jayanti.
Om Shanti. A greeting of peace to all my sisters and brothers. And yes, as Sister Vedanti said, it's been a very beautiful experience to be here. It's interesting that I've been to many, many countries in Africa and many times to many countries, but somehow I never made it to Uganda. And I think it's because I was waiting for something very special like this. And so I'm very pleased to be here. This evening was beautiful surprises. Sister Esther I've seen in different places in Africa, but now you'll be coming with us to Abu. So I'm very pleased with that. But also, this morning, I saw Sister Dharti and a couple of brothers in this passage just behind, and it was clear that they were rehearsing, and I didn't think anything further about it. I just thought they were busy, let them get on with it. And this evening I see this beautiful dance that they presented. So that was a very pleasant surprise. And now, a question for you. What is success? If you're looking for the key to success, well, how would you define success? And there can be many, many different ways, and I'm sure each and every one of them fulfills a certain criteria, so it would feel right. However you would define it, it would be right for you. But there's a very interesting way that they put it in India. I'll tell you the Hindi expression, it all rhymes together, so it sounds very nice. When Tana, Mana, Dhan, Jan, when all are okay, then that is success. And so Tan, the body, I need to have good health. Man, the mind, yes, I need to have peace in my mind. Dhan, yes, I need resources such as wealth. I need to use them in the right way, in a way that's worthwhile. And Jan, I need to be able to have contentment and harmony with people around me. And so, yes, the success that we're looking for is not just in one area, because I may have wealth, but I don't have good health. Or I may have friendship and love with many people and contentment there, but I don't have the other things, then that's not going to work. And so I need all of these factors in my life. And how do I get it? Well, I think Sister Pratibha already gave you the answer, but it's through that journey within, going inside, and through that journey inside, being able to discover that I carry all the treasures internally within myself. Does that make it easier or makes it more difficult? Well, it's easy to look for things outside, even if you're looking in the wrong place. But it's easy to try and find something out there. But to go on the inner journey, on the one side, it seems to be a very simple thing to do. But these eyes of ours, these ears of ours, everything that we have is to look out there. And so you can ignore the noises that are going on. I'm not quite sure what's happening there. But just think about how if I go on an inner journey, I can get so easily distracted by everything out there. And so to stay focused and go within and truly, truly find the treasures that lie within the self, it isn't so easy. I need to be introverted. Yesterday we were talking about different virtues and being able to have those virtues in our lives, and how in the world of today, sometimes things that people would say are virtues, we don't think are virtues. Different experiences at different times. I'm thinking about, say, for example, like patience, thinking about humility. How many people in the world out there would say patience is a virtue? We feel that speed is more important than patience. And again, that we think that, well, I need to have that position, I need to have that authority. And so humility, that's not a virtue, that's a defect. And so the world today has become a little bit topsy-turvy. And so if you say someone is introverted, again, it isn't seen as a virtue. Extroversion, you're gay, you're happy, you're joyful, all of this. But introversion, is that a virtue? And yet, in this topsy-turvy world, turn it around, and yes, I need to be introverted, not in a sense of cutting off from everyone, but in the sense of being able to go on that inner journey and see what lies within. I'll share a little story I heard some time ago. It's a real story. And the story is that a person in the UK, a professor on sociology, was given a task. And the task was to find the secret of happiness. And they did a lot of research. It was an American organization asking him to do this research, so money wasn't an issue. And so they went around the world asking people this question: what brings happiness? And different people gave different answers. And when they compiled it all together, the things that came out, some of them were similar, and 3 things came on top of the list. One was money, that would bring a lot of power. Another thing was beauty, that would bring power and happiness. And the third thing was to have authority, and that would bring happiness also. And so 3 things that could give you happiness. And so he decided to follow up that further bit of research himself. Real story. And so he went to Washington to find the wealthy people. And what he found was that the most wealthy person he could find, he asked him the question, "Has your wealth brought you happiness?" And the man said, "Well, not really." "Well, why not?" "Well, when I go to sleep, I'm a bit scared. I don't know what's going to happen to me. When I meet friends, I'm a bit scared. I don't know what they want from me. And is it real friendship or is it not? And so I don't feel I'm really happy, but I have a lot of fear because of things that might happen and things might change, and I might not have that wealth. But why don't you enjoy the wealth that you have anyway now?" "Well, no, because I'm too scared." They went to Hollywood to find people who would have beauty. And they asked a woman who was very beautiful, and they asked her, "Well, does your beauty make you happy?" And her answer was, "I'm a bit concerned. Every day, as each day goes by, I'm very aware that there might be wrinkles, and I'm very sure that there are young ones who are going to be more beautiful than me, and so I'm waiting to see who's going to come along and shake me from the throne. And every time I eat, every teaspoonful I take, I'm a bit concerned that it's going to have calories and I'm going to put on weight, and I wouldn't carry that title anymore." And so he discovered that although people had imagined that beauty would bring happiness, it wasn't bringing happiness. Then he went to a person who was a top CEO who seemed to have authority. "Well, are you happy?" "I have too many things to think about, too much to do, I don't have enough time, and so, no, I'm not really happy." And so having discovered what doesn't bring happiness, they then went on another search, which took another few years. And they finally came to the conclusion that people who have strong values and principles in their lives and follow those principles and values are the people who are the most balanced and the happiest of all. And so, yes, when I look inside and I go on that inner journey, then I'm able to find the treasures that lie within, but also I'm able to find the happiness that comes from all of this. But where do I find real love? A love that's constant, a love that's eternal, a love that's totally based on giving rather than taking. Love that is not an exchange of business, but truly unconditional giving. And probably you'll all agree with me that that love can only come from the divine. Mother, father, friend, brother, anyone, but there'll always be a cut-off point, a limit, whether it's because they leave. My mother left when I was already, I think, in my 50s, so that's quite an advanced age. But she was only 70, and no, I must have been younger than that, in my 40s, because she was 18 when she had me. And I had thought that 70 was very young to go. And my brother, who's in the medical side, he said, "It's far too young. It's only middle age in today's terms." So however much we loved our mother, yet still there was a moment when she had to leave. That's it. What can you do? You accept it, as you so beautifully said. But any other relationship, and there'll always be some limit, some condition, something or another. And so I have to turn to God. And when I connect with the divine, and the connection with the divine happens when you're on the same wavelength. There can be a transmitter sending a message, but if I have a receiver, if I don't have a receiver, I can't catch it. But even if I have a receiver set, it has to be tuned to the right frequency. And when it's tuned to the right frequency, then you catch the signal. Many people say to me, well, I've performed the rituals, I've studied the scriptures, I've done all this devotion, but I don't experience God's love. There was a very sad story I read after Mother Teresa had passed away, and some of you would be aware of it. I didn't read her full story from her diary, but the Sunday Times carried a very brief article about Mother Teresa at that time. And what she'd written in her diary was that somewhere along the line, in my struggles with the Vatican to start my mission in Calcutta that I was so drawn to, I lost contact with God. And I never found that contact again. And so I did so much because of God's love, but I didn't experience it. And so that's one powerful individual. But the reason why, although we may love God, but we don't feel God's love for us, is because we're not on the right frequency, we're not on the right wavelength. And it's very simple. When I come back to soul consciousness, to the awareness of the inner being, in that awareness of who I truly am, then I can connect with the being who doesn't have a physical form. In the awareness of the physical identity, how can I connect with the one who doesn't have a physical form? With the being who is the ocean of love, unconditional love, constant love, the ocean of love. I only connect to that non-physical, incorporeal being when I myself come back to my non-physical, spiritual identity. And so in this awareness of soul, then I connect with the Supreme, and there's such an abundance of love that really, truly, the soul feels that there's nothing more I need in the world, really. Age 19, when I decided that this is to be my life, it was on the basis of this, that experience of pure love that I knew would never ever let me down, that would always be there for me. But also, that love is a love that transforms. It's the power of God's love that enables me to let go of whatever else there is that's polluting the heart. This morning we were talking about forgiveness and how forgiveness sets me free. It's not a favor for somebody, but it's the method, the tool by which I can be free. And so the power of God's love opens up our hearts so that we can forgive, we can let go, and we can bring about that change within ourselves so that we too can be a reflection of God's love. It's interesting, in the Bible we said that we were created in the image of God, and in India they would say that every human being is a mirror of God. And so different sides of the world, but the concepts are very, very similar. And so today if I think of myself, well, how much love have I experienced from God? And to that extent, I can also be the being that's able to share inclusive love. We're all very accustomed to having exclusive love for 1, 2, 3, 4 members of my family. But Bharat speaks about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The world is one family. And so to have that vision of love for all and be inclusive in that, that transformation that takes us beyond all limits and creates a world in which we truly live together as a family and share what we have, that only happens through the power of God's love. The power with which I can come back and use this physical costume in the right way, care for it with attention, but making sure that it's following the systems of spirituality and the laws of nature. If I do that, then yes, this instrument of mine is going to be healthy and support me in my journey and cooperate. So whether it's God's love that gives me that wisdom, or whether it's the understanding that I use in my life, but to have a healthy body, to have a mind that's filled with peace, I can do all of that through that connection with the One. First, the realization of the self. Second step, connecting with the One, going inwards and going upwards. And so, Tanda, my body, my mind, my wealth, how does that happen? It happens through a big heart, a spirit of giving. I think again in all cultures there's this expression, the more you give, the more you will receive. And I know that there's many people here in this gathering who I know personally who have taken that as a principle in their life, that their life is one of giving, and yet there's abundance that keeps coming because of that generosity of spirit. Harmony. Sister Pratibha spoke about something very interesting. To what extent do I have harmony within? And whatever is going on inside gets reflected outside. Do you agree with that? And so harmony inside. So what is the state of the world today? We are seeing a lot of disharmony. So why is there disharmony? Is it because that's going on within us? There's chaos going on in my mind. There's disturbance between what I know to be right and what my life is about. And so can I match the two things, my inner core values and also the life that I lead, so that it's not that my emotions go in one way and my conscience takes me in another direction. If this struggle is going on, neither is there going to be peace within me, nor am I going to be able to have a life in which there's love and harmony. And so the power of yoga, the connection with One, means that I'm able to draw that love, that light, that peace, that wisdom within myself and sort all of these things out. I need to strengthen my conscience. I need to bring understanding into my emotions and my feelings. And when I can do this, yes, the two things will match together. My emotions won't go off in a negative direction. I'll listen to the voice of my conscience. And the two things coming together means that I am at peace with myself, which means I can be at peace with others around me also. And so in that state of inner harmony and peace, I start creating harmony with others around me. Can I stay content and give contentment to others? Yes, it's possible. I've seen human beings who've been able to achieve that. Dadi Prakash Mani, the head of our organization for many, many years, she took on the mantle of leadership when she was 49, and this was in 1969. And she left in 2007. When she began, the organization had 460-something centers. By the time she left, the organization had about 5,000 centers in India and 1,000 outside India. How did she do this? How did she manage to create a family that was worldwide? all the continents, all the religions, all the traditions, and yet coming together as one family and creating that harmony. She taught everyone to take love from God and to share that love with each other. She herself was an embodiment of that. How many of you met Dadi Prakash Mani? A good few. 2007 isn't so long ago. So a good few met her, and she came to Kenya and Zambia and South Africa. Nigeria? Did she come to Nigeria? No. Dadi Janki came everywhere. So Dadi Janki came to Nigeria also, all the other places, but that too. So one individual, and that one individual reaching out to multi-thousands. And I'm speaking about one individual, Dadi Prakash Mani, but the other Dadis, again, the same story, that they also, Dadi Janki, we were hearing about Sister Vedanti and how she came to Africa. Dadi Janki came to London with a small suitcase, just a few sets of clothes, and love in her heart, and wisdom in her intellect, huge wisdom. But the most important thing was her love for God. And she didn't speak English, but she stayed in London for 40 years. And by the time she left London, and she left London again for just a few sets of clothes. That's it. She didn't take anything else with her. But in the meantime, she had established centers in 120 countries. How did all that happen? Again, the power of God's love. Sharing God's love through her eyes, through her wisdom, through her lifestyle, through her simplicity, all of those things. And I think many here know Dadi Janki. And so she would say that all that she has is God's love. She has nothing else. And sharing God's love means that all the qualities that you hear about, the love, the peace, the harmony, everything begins to fall into place. And the power of God's love is able to transform the world. This world, it's described in India as Kali Yuga, the Iron Age, the Dark Age. And many people across the world would acknowledge that the huge amount of negativity there is in the world is truly a darkness that exists. But the dark night doesn't last forever. They say that the darkest hour is before the dawn. And so we are standing at that critical juncture where we're moving into that transition towards the dawn. In fact, I think dawn has already broken. There's a huge wave of interest in spirituality across the world. People feel that they need meditation, they want meditation. In fact, I would even say that meditation has become fashionable. People like to say, yes, I meditate. It wasn't so 10 years ago or 20 years ago. One person said, he was a speaker of the British Parliament at that time in the 80s. He came to one of our programs and he was speaking in that, and he said, I'm a closet meditator. He didn't tell people out there, I meditate, but today it's fashionable. So there's been a change of awareness, a change of consciousness. The word yoga is omnipresent. I was in Japan 2-3 weeks ago, and they don't translate the word yoga in any language, Russian or Japanese or German. Yoga stays the word yoga. The word karma, again, 20 years ago, what is karma? And today, everybody knows what is karma. So, key words of spirituality, and they've gone into every language. So that's telling me how things have changed, things have moved on. And so we're at a very interesting time. Great darkness, the descending forces, but it's also the time of the ascending energies. The time when mindfulness is being taught in the British Parliament. Who would have imagined Parliament? And you're learning how to be mindful. And mindfulness is actually something that's being taken from the Gita, and it's the next step beyond mindfulness is meditation. So there's hope. There's definitely a better future ahead. What gives me hope for the future is that every human being has goodness. Do you believe that? It's a fact. Every single soul has goodness. And as God's light touches the soul, the light of the soul is ignited and the goodness begins to emerge. And that's what we see happening in the world. The ascending energy is there, even though at times the dark forces seem stronger, but after the night comes the day. And I believe we're on that threshold now. And we can start experiencing all of those things today. We can experience love, we can experience peace, we can experience unity, harmony. When Robert Muller, Assistant Secretary General of the UN, came to Mount Abu, he made the journey from New York to Mount Abu, especially for our peace conference and the opening of our Om Shanti Universal Peace Hall, 1983. And he looked around and he said, at that time the UN was looking for a place to establish a university of peace. And he said, well, you have it already here. It is a university of peace, and it's a university where people of all nations come together. And so, yes, truly, harmony amongst all people is possible. When I change my vision, then definitely I can contribute to transformation and change in the world also. So I hope you carry away a message of hope that the golden age, Satyug, the age of truth, the day is just ahead of us. We just need to make that shift within ourselves and be instruments to share that change with others, and it'll definitely happen. Not so long to go. So let's have some meditation together. I'll speak my own thoughts as I meditate, and it's very simple. Follow these ideas in your own mind, and let's see what happens. Sitting quietly, I visualize a being of light in the center of the forehead. I am this inner being. I am a being of light. And in this awareness of who I truly am, I can feel the presence of the divine, the supreme, the being of light, the source of love, of truth, of peace, of joy, of purity. And in this connection, the treasures of the divine reach the soul. I am filled with God's love. As a child of God, it is my right to be able to experience God's love. And in this awareness of love, I can let go and forgive and become free. And the power of God's love transforms the soul so that I can be free from all negativity and become full with this pure love. From the ocean of peace, peace touches the soul and makes me realize that peace is my original state of being. Peace is who I am. Peace is there within me. And with this experience, I can stay peaceful no matter what happens, so that I'm able to maintain my stability. From the source, comes divine power that creates harmony within myself. And through my life, through my actions, harmony spreads further out into the family, creating unity within all. And these qualities bring success not only for me, but these qualities bring success for the whole of humanity, so that together we move into a better world for all. God's light and might reaches out to the entire human family, awakening hope for the future. These qualities reach out to all forms of life, giving them safety and protection. These qualities reach out to the earth, the air, the water, the fire, the ether, so that nature itself returns to harmony God's light and love transforms the world. I hold this vision of true success, a better world for all, through God's qualities. And I come back to the moment here and now, that I keep this experience and I keep these qualities with myself, so that these qualities inform the way I think and speak and do. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Jayanti. After this beautiful golden silence, do you even feel like speaking or going to sound? And that's the light, that's the inner light, which helps us to look for that key. Thank you so much. Did you all feel that a nightingale is singing? Did you feel that? Or was it a talk? No, it was so sweet and very powerful. Finally, we have our guest right with us, the Deputy Indian High Commissioner, who would share his wishes on behalf of the High Commissioner of India to Uganda. And we have a very beautiful relationship with every soul, but especially the Indian High Commission everywhere, because our administrative head, Dadiji, used to say that the Brahma Kumari's headquarters is in Bharat, in India. And so keep that relationship with them. And so most of our sisters from around the world will go in tie Rakhi to them. So he was sharing with me about the Rakhi. But anyway, please.
Good evening, everyone. Namaskar. Om Shanti. I don't think after Sister Jayanti has spoken, anybody would want to hear to my voice. Like her words and her voice, so melodious. Sister, I don't I don't want to say anything. Because I don't want to spoil everyone's evening. But anyway, let me congratulate Brahma Kumari for 50 years in Africa. Yeah, they have been doing excellent job, excellent work of social service, of community service. So, thank you, sisters. We have been like for you, like I'm meeting you first time, but Sister Vedanti Ben, I have been meeting you, and Sister Nipa. Where is she? She is like my real sister. So, thank you. And we have been able to do so many things here in Uganda with the guidance of Dr. Sudhir Bhai, our chairman, IU chairman, Raju Sarinji, Paresh Bhai, and Indian Women Association. Of course, women power is always there. See? So, Virali Ben. So thank you very much for bringing all of us together. And I don't think, sister, it's, you speak. It's your evening. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. This evening has been so beautiful, not only because of the gathering and the venue, but the cherry on the cake is the spirituality. And so I request Brother Hitesh Panchmatya to come and share his good wishes and, of course, vote of thanks to all of you. Hitesh Bhai is originally from Kisumu, born and bred, but his spiritual birth was also in Kisumu, and we've been together serving since a very young age. Hitesh Bhai has been with the Brahma Kumaris for I think 44 years now. And he's been instrument not only in Kisumu with Hasubai, but also in Uganda. He supported us from day one. Hitesh Bhai, please.
Good evening, Namaste, Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Good. You know, when you are partying, it is a very, very difficult moment. When we were getting together 4 days ago, it was full of happiness that yes, we are getting together. But now, starting tomorrow, everybody will start going. And you feel very, very emotional. That look now our spiritual family, we are departing and going on our journey. But that is part of life. That is what always happens. And we have to face it whether we like it or not. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the following, because without the support of the followings, this retreat would not be a success. Do you agree? Yes. Number one, when you start a retreat, you need a location. Without location, nothing can happen. And for this location, from bottom of my heart, I want to thank Dr. Sudhir Ruparelia, Josna Babi, for providing us these facilities with whole heart. Whole heart means not only giving the facilities and calling it a day. Josna Babi came twice, first 2 days, to see that is everything okay. I think you saw her. She was there. Dr. Sudhir Ruparelia used to call me morning and evening every day. Hitesh, is everything okay? Hitesh, is everything okay? So you see, that was the concern. So we really thank both of you for your such support. Even I would like to thank Achilles and his entire team of Munyonyo for the support they have given. You see, Achilles, why I am saying Achilles in his team, I start naming each and every staff, then I think we'll stay here April morning. But although I'm not taking their names, but they have really, really, really made us feel homely. I always ask the participants, is there any problem? Is everything okay? Oh, everything is okay. No problem, no complaint. So it is all because of that staff. Thank you, all Munyonyo staff. Now, there were some 2 angels who helped us to make this retreat a success. So if we don't name them, then I think we'll not do justice. One of them is Jayanti Ben. Jayanti Ben is so much busy in her day-to-day routine in UK, but despite of that busy schedule, she said, yes, I'll come for retreat, and she has been with us for 4 days now, and giving her wisdom and has enlightened us for all these days. Second angel is Vedanti Ben. Vedanti Ben stays in Nairobi. She wants to have a retreat in Uganda. So you can imagine what determination she must be having and what vision she must be having. And because of that determination and vision, she used to travel oftenly to Uganda. Let us do this, let us do this, let us go to Munyonyo, I want to see this, I want to see that, I want to go and see Sudhir Bhai, I want to do this. She came 4 times. And that is why you see today this retreat has occurred. Will anybody say that you didn't enjoy the retreat? Can you raise the hand up who did not enjoy the retreat? Did you enjoy the retreat? Yes. Did you enjoy the retreat? So can we give both of them round of applause? Jayanti Ben and Vedanti Ben. Can you stand up and give round of applause, please? Thank you. Thank you. These are the 2 angels which has made our 4 days wonderful, and it is going to transform our life one way or the other. I would also like to thank Indian High Commission. We had an idea that why can't we have this function in conjunction with Indian High Commission. So we went to meet His Excellency Rawatji. We explained him that what has been going on, what we intend to do. Meditation, he starts taking interest very much. And he welcomed Sister Vedanti and us. And when we suggested him that why can't we do this event jointly. So immediately he said, yes, I support. And whatever assistance you need from me, I'll give you. So Negiji, thank you very much for all the assistance and support Indian High Commission has given to us. And I know despite of all this traffic, you made it. There is a saying, better late than never. You know, all these people who have come from town today, they have stayed in car for 2.5 hours to 3 hours. Just imagine, like you see, Negiji told me he left his office at 4:30. So, you know, we are really grateful. We would also like to thank Supreme Flexibone. You see this map of Africa and those pictures and all that. It was printed by them entirely free of charge and at a very, very short notice. Even board factory for providing these boards for the exhibition. Now there is one person who has really been helping us behind the curtain. I used to call him day and night. I could call him 10 o'clock at night. I call him 6 o'clock in the morning. And that person is no one else but Paresh Bhai Mehta. Every time I call him, he always responded positively and gave me positive idea that what can be done and what cannot be done. And not only talking, but what he told me, he did it. You see, there are some, okay, don't worry, I'll do it. But whatever he said, I'll do it, don't worry, I'll do it. And he did it. So Paresh Bhai, thank you very much. And I always pray that you'll always be beside me when we are having any functions. And I know I have troubled you a lot, but you will forgive me, but this is the result, what you did. Finally, You know, if you set up an arena and you want to have a tournament, and then there are no players, so what is the use of that arena and tournament? Will there be anything? Same way, all of you who came for this retreat, we want to thank you from bottom of our heart. So, pat yourself, that without you, this retreat would not be a retreat. Finally, let us thank our Supreme Godfather. It is because of his support in taking care of us that this retreat occurred without even a single obstacle. I will tell you my experience. Whenever we used to do something, whether it is difficult task, whether it is something new I have never done in my life, things were just falling on its place. It was just happening. Even I used to wonder, how did it happen? And it happened very naturally. So that means there was definitely some supreme energy which was making it happen. So I think we should even thank him. We have not met him, we have not seen him, like the way we never see the air, but it is there. That means even his power is there, though we do not see it. Do you agree? Yes. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hitesh Bhai. Thank you so much. You've thanked everybody. So I will thank you. He's also tirelessly worked. This would not have been possible with so many souls working towards this task. So we thank you. We've come to the end of our program this evening. But of course, celebration means gift and a sweet prasad. So there'll be two sisters sitting here. You don't have to come on the stage. And please, in silence, receive the gift and sweet. And then this evening's visitors, the guests, will go on your left. There's dining room setup sunset. So if you go to the sunset, and our retreat participants will go to the regular royal palm. I hope it's clear. So thank you. We will have a moment of silence, and then you can slowly come in front and receive your gift.
Om Shanti. You all heard that love, peace, unity, key to success. So, when we're talking about key, you need keychain, right? So, and of course, when we start the story of success, we need to write also, right? So you all will get, the guest will get keychain and pen, and our regular, the one who with the retreat, they will get a blessing and the sweet, and our guest will get all four things: love, peace, unity, key to success. So first our guest will come and will share, and then slowly welcome for dinner, which, our Sudhir Bhai is really, I don't know what should I say. Why are we made late to do this? I don't know. But he said, whatever you want to do, don't worry, we are there. So that's why it's easy to do everything. And today we have 2 dining hall, 2 dining area. You enjoy. And our some brother and sister will with you also. to serve you, to take care of you, and to talk with you. So take full benefit. Thank you and good night and sweet dream.